When we think of the world's great superpowers, we think of countries like the United States of America, China, Japan, or Germany. These countries are the world's largest economies due to their abundant natural resources, well-developed infrastructure, and high productivity. How did they achieve this status, you ask? Well, the U.S. economy is dominated by entrepreneurship and is mainly services-oriented. The Japanese economy thrives on high rates of investment in production plants, equipment, and efficient industrial techniques. China's rapid economic growth is attributed to resource-intensive manufacturing and exports. And the Germans have great innovativeness, a strong focus on exports, and high-performing medium-sized enterprise. But it'll not be long until the economic gears change, and some countries in Asia rise as the next big economies. Among many reasons suggested to account for the Asian financial success, the investment rate and export orientation enjoy great support. We have witnessed rapid growth rates of economy in some Asian countries like Vietnam, India, Indonesia, and Bangladesh. Expert belief is that robust growth and capital accumulation is the leading cause of their rapid economic success. So what measures have these Asian countries taken to boost their economies? Let's find out together in this video. But before that, please make sure you hit the like button below. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Vietnam. Unlike today, Vietnam has faced some seriously challenging times in the past, as the country was once under war. As a result, the Vietnamese suffered many casualties in the conflict. Today, Vietnam is a rapidly growing economy because of the amount of foreign direct investment coming in from investors worldwide, especially the Republic of Korea, Japan, and Singapore. Its economy continues to grow at an annual rate of 7%, one of the fastest globally. This massive improvement was primarily due to the Doi Moi reforms introduced in the country by the Communist Party. As a result, Vietnam's economy shifted from a centrally planned one to a market-oriented one. Vietnam has emerged as a leading agricultural exporter and served as a lucrative destination for foreign investment in Southeast Asia. In the current period, Vietnam's economy relies mainly on foreign direct investment to attract capital from overseas to support its continual economic rigor. The Vietnamese economy is primarily dependent on manufacturing and exports. Coffee is the country's main export product. With a growth rate of 2.8 to 3% for 2018, the country looks set to establish itself as the world's second largest coffee exporter. India. India has the world's sixth largest economy by nominal GDP and the third largest by purchasing power parity, PPP. The service sector makes about 50% of its GDP and remains the fastest growing sector. The Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange are some of the world's largest ones. India's pharmaceutical industry fulfills over 50% of the global demands for vaccines. Indian economy shows long-term positive growth due to its predominantly young population and increasing globalization. The IT sector is the major exporter of IT services and employs over 4 million people. Not only the IT company, but the telecommunications industry of India holds the second largest position. According to government officials, the growth was driven by structural reforms, including privatizing parts of the economy, introducing goods and services taxes, and simplifying the restrictions on foreign investment. The Indian IT sector has seen the highest growth in a decade, adding around 0.5 million new jobs. This sector comprises services, consulting, and outsourcing, but you also see that this global outsourcing hub is infamous for exploiting cheap labor. Still, IT spending in India is expected to increase to $101.8 billion this year and reach $100 billion by 2025. Since the start of this century, India has made remarkable progress in reducing absolute poverty. Over 90 million people were lifted out of extreme poverty between 2011 and 2015. Due to these factors, India is considered one of the potential superpowers of the world. Bangladesh. Bangladesh may be a small country by size, but it has been among the fastest growing economies over the past decades. Due to a significant increase in its skilled workforce, strong ready-made garments exports, remittances, and stable macroeconomic conditions, its economy has rapidly grown during the past decade. The export of the garments manufacturing sector is a substantial contributor to the country's GDP and accounts for 84% of its total exports, Due to macroeconomic stability, Bangladesh has seen an increase in its economic activity by 271 times over the last 50 years. The country majorly concentrates on its traditional labor-intensive light manufacturing industries, and due to this, Bangladesh is today the world's second-largest clothing exporter. However, the labor working in these factories still earns a relatively low minimum wage. Bangladesh has primarily remained an agricultural-based economy, with nearly half of its workforce employed in this sector. Rice is the main agricultural crop, but jute and tea are also important. Although Bangladesh is the world's 37th largest economy right now, with progressive measures and policies playing their part, the country's economic size may double by 2030. According to experts, Bangladesh can potentially become the world's 28th largest economy by 2050. Indonesia. Indonesia is the fourth most populous country globally and is on track to become one of the world's top economies. The country is blessed with a wealth of natural resources, or in economic terms, commodities. These commodities comprise oil, natural gas, timber, and the list goes on. If we put the Indonesian economy in context, comparing it to its neighbors is a good place to start. Malaysia and Thailand are countries with populations 4 and 8 times smaller than them. Indonesia doesn't appear to be as interconnected with the world. It had fewer top global firms, fewer overseas investment holdings, and considerably smaller high-tech exports. But still, Indonesia is an economy that is tipped to be a world leader in less than a decade. The reasons for Indonesia's rising economy are its resilient economic growth, low government debt, and prudent fiscal management. These reasons are also the fundamental cause in attracting financial inflows from Indonesia. According to Asian Development Bank, Indonesia's economy is expected to grow by 5% in 2022 and 5.2% in 2023. Indonesia's consumer spending and manufacturing activity have been consistently on the rise because of the pickup in incomes, jobs, and confidence in the business community. Indonesia's major industrial sectors include petroleum and natural gas, textiles and apparel, mining, plywood, footwear, and chemical fertilizers. Thanks to its cost-effective and abundant labor, Indonesia is an increasingly attractive destination for foreign direct investment in manufacturing. It is one of the world's leading suppliers of rubber, coffee, cocoa, palm oil, and other commodities. Indonesia's economic growth is further accelerated by record-high exports, driven by stronger commodity prices. Although it faces natural challenges like loss of land due to rising sea levels, Indonesians have what it takes to lead the world economies one day. We can conclude that Asia grew rapidly over the past 3 decades, mainly due to robust growth and capital accumulation. If this continues, the region will soon surpass the big Western economies. That's all for today. We hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please make sure to like it and share it with someone you think would be interested. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.